Okay, I got one question. Are you thinking about doing like one warm-up date here in the States before you go ahead and go?
No plans to do that. No, we're gonna get on the plane, and our first show is in Paraguay, the 19th.
Well, that's changed.
Yeah, it's changed.
Moved one day. Yeah.
From what?
I thought we were flying into
We have a new schedule in front of us.
We have a question from Backstage, AccessMagazine.com. The wonderful Heidi.
Thank you. Hi guys. I'm just curious, when you go on your tour, is there any chance of any of your other band members or any of your other projects or bands maybe going to show up and do some surprise appearances?
Yes, Matt is joining Kiss. He's been in every fucking band in the world anyway, so why not?
Yeah! Come on, another tunes.
Hey, we have our TV crew here, so be careful what you say. Do you guys know, you should grab a hold of this new schedule that may affect when we're shooting, so please check the cities, okay? Our TV crew is going to come down and follow this crew around so that 84 countries in the world can see it.
Got a question from El Julio from Chile.
Do you know about something about Chile? What are your expectations about this kind of thing?
The fans there are absolutely insanely incredible. That's a fact. I played there a couple of times, and I just remember how amazing and rowdy and wild fans in Santiago, Chile, and everywhere else. It's just absolutely off the chart. It's crazy.
I love playing Santiago. We played there in 2010, about a month after your earthquake. And I came out on stage, and in broken English, I said, "I'm sorry to hear about your earthquake, terremoto." And the whole crowd goes, "Oh." And I go, "Tonight, the only earthquake will be rock and roll." And the place went nuts. And I love playing Santiago. It's one of my favorite places to play. So I can't wait to come back.
Here, here.
Hey guys, we have a question from Premier Producciones from Guatemala City.
Hi guys, it's any chance to put out an album from the tour? A live album?
Slow down!
I don't think there's any plans to do that. Not that I know of.
Without asking for numbers, what kind of show can the what kind of show can the audience expect in lighting, explosions, that kind of stuff? You know,
I'm gonna
farting.
It's the songs, really. I think it's all about the songs and performance on this tour. I think it's about bringing those songs to the audience. Once again, this is rock and roll, and I think the show is all about the songs. It really is.
I've got a question for Matt Sorum. You're the only drummer on this tour. How do you feel about that? You're going to be on stage
I
everywhere.
worked in a masseuse in my writing. So
That's me.
I got acupuncture, masseuse. Yeah, I'm going to be tired, but that's okay. I love playing the music, you know. I'm really honored to be playing with all these guys. And the thing about it is, for me, they're great songs. And I've always been that kind of a drummer. And I've always been a song drummer. And so I love being able to, and it gives me an education. I learn how to play. Thank you, Gene. And I learn how to play all these different songs and stuff I grew up with and stuff that, you know, it's just an amazing experience for me. I love it. Thank you.
Any more questions? Here we go. Another one from Reuters. Premier.
That's okay. Just curious, Gene and Glenn, you're not going to be playing bass, just singing on the tour?
Yes, I will be playing.
Okay.
And singing? I probably won't. I'm just going to sing. But then again, I may play mandolin or basketball. I'm not sure yet. Whenever's appropriate at that time.
We've been discussing that. We're going to get into rehearsals next month and get the show tightened up and get everyone on form and on bass. And then, not on bass, B-A-S-E. Doug might play guitar on some stuff because he's a great guitar player as well, because we do have 3 bass players in the line, 4 bass players in the line. And Glenn is an incredible dancer. I don't know if you've seen him dance on stage.
I may grab a I think Gene could play maybe a purple song.
Glenn is quite skinny, you know, and he can get around pretty good, so we're going to let him jump around. And Mike Inez will probably take up duties on the Deep Purple stuff on bass. So it'll be fun.
It's a bass fest, isn't it? It's a bass player festival.
Yeah, we got a lot of guitar players too. We got everybody covered, except for me. I'm a lone drummer.
Hardest working man on that stage.
Okay, is there any more questions? Okay.
Hi, I'm Heidi, again from Backstage at AXL-LESS. Gene, you played so much with KISS, and this is going to be the first time you're venturing out with, yes, you played so much with KISS and only KISS, and this is your first time actually venturing out into another project, correct? And I know you're excited about it, but how does it, feel to you, because it's all going to be so new?
You know, you're right. Through the years, people have asked me to do solo tours and all that sort of thing. And I'm lucky to be in a band that just knocks you out after a tour. There's a lot of activity that's going to be announced in the next month or so, and I'll be traveling the world for 2 years starting July. So it's going to be a busy, busy year. Right place, right time. The guys came to me and said, do you want to go have a ball? You want to go to South America? Just forget about everything. Don't worry about it. Just get up on stage and have a great time with other guys who really care about the fans. Right place, right time, right thing. It's a chance for me to have a vacation on stage with my best friends, and everybody's best friends are fans. It's going to be a great time. The word fun isn't being used enough. It's about the business, what's the stage show and all. This is going to be a great fun for the fans and for all of us.
One more, getting toward the final of the Q&A here. Another final question from South American Buddy.
Talking about the fans, there will be any meet and greet after the show?
Yes, with every single one in every country. 10 million in Peru. Yeah, we're going to go to their houses.
It's a promise, right?
Make a sandwich.
Okay.
I think the venues are like too big. I know in Peru, I think we're playing a 20,000 seater or something. No, I swear.
They are.
I don't know if that's true.
18,000
people? I don't think we can meet and greet 18,000 people a night. But we'll try.
I would. How much?
All right, is there any more questions?
Can you get them all together for one picture?
Yeah, we will.
Go ahead.
That's actually a good question. Do you know anything about the venues in South America? For example, Costa Rica and Stadium. It's one of the stadiums that Metallica they have played in.
We went to Costa Rica last year with Guns.N.Roses and the stage collapsed. And the show never happened. So we had like 2 days off in Costa Rica. So I think that's the venue, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully the stage will stand up through the rain and the wind, and we can make our rock and roll magic happen in Costa Rica.
Anyone else? Any more questions? Evra?
Yeah, I would like to know if all of you know each other for a while, but I mean, I see that there's some American musicians, there's some British musicians, and then you all play like hard rock music, but not precisely metal. Was that something to do? Well, you did play metal, but it's mostly like hard rock music. So, was there something related to that, to the fact that you share similar musical interests, just pure rock and roll, and then at the same time trying to do like kind of English, England and America at the same time?
I think it all, like Deep Purple, KISS, Guns N' Roses, Skid Row, Def Leppard, like all like kind of goes together. It's like the back seat of a Camaro doing a donut in the parking lot. Just all of our, rock and roll! I think it all fits together, all of our songs. And
anybody who calls themselves thrash, punk, metal, everybody cut their teeth on the same thing. Ask them who they grew up listening to, and then you'll understand why we're together on stage.
Cool. Thank you.
Any more?
Questions. We're getting ready to wrap up. I don't want anyone to not get their question answered. One here in the back.
Hi, I'm Maurice Smith of Colleague News and KBS TV. And I was just wondering, who put together this idea? How did this come about? You know, I mean, did you just wake up and say, oh?
Matt Sorum put together the Gene Simmons Titans of Rock tour.
No.
That's not good. I'll answer that. Basically what happened is I've done a few tours in South America. We took Motley Crue last year, and I've done a KISS concert. And so I have pretty good experience with the public down there. I know what they like. And I was in LA one day, and it's a strange story, but I called Matt Sorum, you know, and asked him what he puts up. And he's a kind of a master at putting together bands of diverse musicians, I think. And that's kind of how it all formulated. And then, as Matt said, he said, well, hey, it would be great to have the Guns.N.Roses rhythm section. That's a good basis of the band. And then we added Glenn and added a few other people that we were interested to have in the band. And that was always, I think, a factor. Every person that came up, I might say, hey, why don't we have this guy? And Matt's like, I don't know. And then Matt would suggest some people, and I'd be like, I don't know about that. It actually took us about a month to formulate this plan.
Yeah, it was a lot of moving parts and a lot of emails.
Yeah.
But basically, like Gene said, I think this is about us being on stage and, you know, really honoring the fans, but as well, you know, it's about having a good time together. And guys that we, you know, maybe not played with before. I've never had the opportunity to play with Gene. Let me see, Ed Rollins, but the other guys I've all played with, some form or another. So as musicians, they were the first kind of go-to guys for me in my mind. And then Joe Elliott, I don't think I've ever played with Joe Elliott. So Joe and Gene were icing on the cake as far as, you know, to finish the whole thing off, which, you know, was sort of, within a month, we had it sort of all figured out in our heads that that's where we were headed. And like Sebastian said, musically, it seemed to all fit in a genre that was called rock and roll, and that made sense to me as an amazing rock and roll show. And that people will just be like, wow, what are we watching right now? This is incredible. It's like going to a festival, but instead of having to sit for 12 hours and watch 10 bands, you're going to see everything coming at you in 2 hours. And, you know, they're going to walk away going, you know, that's something I've never seen and I probably will never see again. You know, so that's the whole idea, and that's how it formulated. And then to take it on the road and open it up in South America and Central America was a perfect fit. Because we knew that the fans would appreciate it. Because they're probably one of the most passionate rock and roll fans in the world come from South America and Central America. So the whole thing just made sense.
That's true.
Yep. Is there going to be a live album of this?
I think that's going to be a tough one. We're just going to go out and play some music, and, you know, having to deal with all that right now is a little bit too much to think about.
Okay, I got one more from Costa Rica.
One more question.
Right now we are live open TV in Costa Rica. Gene, would you like to say something to your fans?
Hola, compadres. We're going to be seeing you soon. Stay tuned. Look how high end the camera equipment is right here in Costa Rica. Quality triple A.
Well, we have to figure out.
We are done. The camera, the Sennheiser 416 shotgun microphones that we're using, the double. What I commend you.
Any more? Okay. That's it.
Thanks for coming.